Tonight's headlines: 2021 budget passed on second reading. Senate lauds Duterte order to destroy illegal drugs. Full cabinet meeting set next week. Coronavirus cases in the country now at 326,833. DoTr applauds AFPI's move on free beep cards. LPA to bring rains over parts of the country. Philippine Stocks Exchange dips anew. And Philippine Airlines to slash jobs. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, October 6, 2020. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. In a surprising turn of events, the House of Representatives swiftly passed on second reading the proposed 4.5 trillion peso national budget for next year. This comes after House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano moved to approve the 2021 General Appropriations Bill on second reading, even though there were still many departments and agencies whose proposed budgets for next year were up for deliberation. In another surprising turn, Deputy Majority Leader Xavier Jesus Romualdo moved to suspend the session until November 16 in accordance with the legislative calendar, and Deputy Speaker Raneo Abu, who was presiding over the session at that time, declared that the session had been suspended until 3 p.m. on November 16. This would mean that there will be no session of the House of Representatives on October 14, the date of which the plenary is supposed to formally elect Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco as its speaker according to the gentleman's agreement between him and Cayetano. Under the original term-sharing agreement, Cayetano would hold the speakership for 15 months and Velasco would take over to finish the succeeding 21 months. Meanwhile, Cayetano said that while the sessions are suspended, lawmakers can still discuss the budget with the secretaries of various departments. Senators on Tuesday applauded the call of President Rodrigo Duterte to destroy all confiscated illegal drugs in the Philippines within a week. Senate President Vicente Soto III, a former chairperson of the Dangerous Drugs Board, agreed that the seized illegal drugs can be destroyed as long as the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency has in its possession a representative sample that is officially documented. Senate Committee on National Defense Chairperson Panfilo Lacson also commended Duterte for giving out such a bold order to law enforcement agencies, as he said that the problem of drug recycling is a reality. Meantime, Senate Minority Leader Franklin Deron said that the move will address the disturbing cases of drug recycling by so-called ninja cops. Deron added that the combined efforts of the three branches of government to address the loopholes on the implementation of Section 21 in the Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, which covers the custody and disposition of seized illegal drugs, was crucial. The PDEA vowed to comply with Duterte's directive to dispose of all seized drugs within 1 week. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque revealed on Tuesday that President Rodrigo Duterte will meet his whole cabinet on how to rescue the economy from recession and address problems on mass transportation amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Roque said that Duterte called for the meeting after Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Carl Chua on Monday night briefed him on higher hunger incidents and malnourishment in the country. Chua noted that the Philippines should further open up its economy, which plunged into a recession this year. It will be the first time for Duterte to hold a full cabinet meeting since March 2. Last week, the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases backed the recommendation of the Economic Development Cluster for a further gradual reopening of the economy in increments proportional to the healthcare capacity of the country. The IATF, which is largely composed of cabinet officials, also supported the further reopening of public transportation in such manner that is sufficient and safe to the public, following health experts' guidance on minimum health standards. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories. Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Call.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... fiancé ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami
Call
mag-deliver.
to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
The Department of Health reported 2,093 confirmed cases of the coronavirus disease on Tuesday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 326,833. Metro Manila continued to log the highest number of newly reported cases at 557, followed by Cavite with 253, Iloilo with 166, Bulacan with 124, and Batangas with 118. The number of recoveries, meantime, is now at 273,313 after 209 more patients recovered from the disease, while the death toll now stands at 5,865 following 25 fatalities recorded. The remaining 47,655 cases are active cases undergoing treatment or quarantine, 85.6% of which are mild, 9.5% are asymptomatic, 1.6% are severe, and 3.4% are in critical condition. As of October 5, the Philippines had 141 licensed laboratories that had tested over 3.7 million individuals. 48% of COVID-19 intensive care unit beds nationwide, on the other hand, were occupied, and 24% of mechanical ventilators were in use. In other news, the Department of Transportation on Tuesday lauded the decision of AF Payments Incorporated to issue 125,000 free beep cards to EDSA busway commuters. In a statement, the DoTr said that it welcomes the move of AFPI as it considered the plight of commuters who have just started to rebuild back their lives after a series of strict quarantine measures that put pressure both on their social lives and livelihoods. To recall, AFPI announced on Monday its shareholders and business groups have donated funds needed to pay for up to 125,000 free cards, while the company is studying to upgrade the automated fare collection system at EDSA busway using QR ticket via paper or mobile phone. The DoTr has been consistent in its call to give the beep cards for free for commuters in the EDSA busway as it mandated the enforcement of a cashless automatic fare collection scheme on public utility bus route starting October 1, 2020 as part of measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. The department, however, suspended the mandatory use of beep cards at the EDSA busway starting Monday, October 5 until the issue is resolved with provider AFPI. President Rodrigo Duterte also ordered the DoTr to make the beep cards free of charge to commuters. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Tuesday announced that a low-pressure area in the southwest monsoon will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over several parts of the country. In its 24-hour forecast, the Weather Bureau said that the weather condition will be experienced in Zamboanga Peninsula, Palawan, Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Isabela, Nueva Ecija, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Aurora, Quezon, and Camarines Norte. The weather agency said the LPA was located 480 kilometers east of Infanta, Quezon at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon or localized thunderstorms may bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers in Metro Manila and the rest of the country, as Pagasa advised affected residents to prepare for possible flash floods or landslides during severe thunderstorms. Moreover, moderate to strong winds and moderate to rough coastal water conditions will prevail in northern Luzon and Palawan, while light to moderate winds and slight to moderate waters will be experienced in the eastern sections of central and southern Luzon and the rest of the country. Sunrise is at 5:46 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:41 p.m. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Bilang bagong mag-asawa, sabay kaming natututo sa buhay.
Sabay rin namin inaaral ng mga bayarin sa bahay.
Kahit kami, nagtaka sa biglang laki ng electricity bill namin. Huwag pong mangambang maputulan. Sinisigurado ng Meralco na walang disconnection hanggang September.
Estimated bills lang ang natanggap natin ng March, April at para sa ilan, May. Dahil sa lockdown, isang tabi to para hindi na maguluhan.
Ang May o June ay actual meter reading na. Kung May nagka-actual reading, ibabawas dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran hanggang 3 buwang konsumo.
Kung estimated reading sa May at June nagka-actual reading, ibabawas din dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran. Hanggang 4 na buwang konsumo, walang labis. Tandaan, Kung ano lang nakonsumo,
Yun lang ang babayaran.
ako po si Mateo G.
At ako naman po si Sarah G.
G?
G!
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
In business, the local stock barometer declined into the negative territory on Tuesday due to anxieties on the developments on coronavirus disease, but the peso managed to stay firm against the US dollar. The Philippine Stocks Exchange index lost 0.48% or 28.31 points to 5,910.64 points and was tracked by all the other countries, with all shares down by 0.42% or 15.09 points to 3,543.73 points. According to Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Limlingan, local shares continue to slide on continued speculation about President Donald Trump's response to COVID-19 treatments and concerns for additional fiscal stimulus, both potentially poised to blunt the pandemic's toll. Volume totaled 2.09 billion shares amounting to 8.08 billion pesos. Losers led gainers at 144 to 57, while 43 shares were unchanged. Meanwhile, the peso ended the day at 48.38 against the greenback, little change from its 48.405 close Monday, as it opened the day stronger at 48.35 from day ago's 48.46. It traded between 48.42 and 48.33, resulting in an average of 48.377. And the Philippine Airlines will cut around a third of its workforce by the end of this year as part of an overhaul triggered by crippling coronavirus travel restrictions. In a statement, the PAL said that the pandemic has devastated the global aviation industry, forcing airlines to seek government bailouts, furlough workers, and slash jobs. It also announced the loss of up to 35% of its more than 7,000 employees through voluntary resignations and forced layoffs. PAL added that the retrenchment is part of a larger restructuring and recovery plan as the flag carrier rebuilds its network amid the global pandemic. Commercial flights were grounded for more than 2 months during the country's lockdown, which sent the economy into recession and left millions out of work. PAL Holdings, the listed parent of the airline, sank deeper into the red in the first half with a net loss of 20.75 billion pesos. That compared with a 2.9 billion peso net loss in the same period last year. That wraps up these stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store for my shirt and jacket this evening. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
That's it, never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Oo nga naman, sir. Ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.